Okay, students, I am going to model the um, Sunburst assignment. So creating a Sunburst in Illustrator. I'm going to go open Illustrator and go to Open, or Create New, I should say. I want to have a new document for this. So I'm going to File New. And I'm not too concerned about what you use. I'm going to name this Sunburst project. And I'm just going to go with a 12 by 12 artboard. And I'm going to say create. And I want to have my Pathfinder open. And also my stroke open panel. And I'm just going to start using the Ellipse Tool, which is under the Rectangle tool. So if I go to the Rectangle tool and go down the third one, and I'm going to make a rectangle. I'm going to hold down my Shift key and just left click and drag. I'm holding down my Shift key because I want a really nice round circle. Whoops. See what I did? I let go of my Shift key before I let go of my mouse. I'll try that again. Holding down my Shift key, I let go of my mouse, and now I can let go of the Shift key. All right, so from here I want to make sure that I'm going to go to my fill and my stroke, and I'm going to click on the fill, and I'm going to come down to here and say none, down here on the bottom. Just clicking that. I can also come up here and go over to here and say none. And my stroke should be black. And it is. Okay. Then I'm going to go to my stroke panel. If you don't have that open, just go to Window and click on Stroke. And I want to change the weight of this. So right now, as you see, it's at 1 point. I want it to be really big. I want it to be 200. And I'm going to hit the Enter key. You see I get this almost like bullseye, right? In the stroke panel, I'm going to go down to where it says dashed line. And I'm going to click on that. And you see I get kind of that sunburst pattern. If it's crooked in any way, or if it's uneven, I can go right over to the right here, and this will help even it up, so you have the right correct spacing between those. It's up to you how many you want of these lines. So right here it's 25 points. I can change that. I can show you what it looks like at 30. I'm hitting the Enter key. I can show you what it looks like with 15. Go the other direction, hit the Enter key. That looks fine. I'm just going to go with 15 for mine. And then I want you to select the shape and go to Object. So I'm selecting the shape. I'm going to grab my selection tool. I'm going to draw a selection around it. I'm going to go up to the top where it says Object. Click on that and go down to Expand Appearance. I'm going to click on that. And now I want you to go back up to Object and go down to where it says Expand. And this window is going to pop up. And I want to make sure that the fill and the stroke are both checked. And then I'm going to hit OK. All right. Now I'm going to grab the lasso tool. I'm going to come right over here. It's the second one down on the right column. And I'm just going to draw a lasso around this center. So I'm going to start here. I left click and I hold. I don't let go. And I come back to where I met up in the very beginning. And then I can let go. And now I'm going to go up to the top again to object one more time. And then I'm going to go down to where it says path. And that opens another window tab, and I'm going to go to average and click on that. On here, when this window opens, I want it has horizontal, vertical, or both. I want to make sure it has both checked, and I'm going to click OK. And you'll see it filled in that center to where I have this great vanishing point for all my paths, right? All right, you're doing well if you got this far. I'm going to click outside with my selection. I'm going to click outside. And I'm going to go to the fill color over here. And I'm going to select a color for this. So I double click on it and I can pick, I'm just going to go blue to start off with and see where we go. Oh, wait, sorry, I need to select it. Go double click, go to blue. And I'm going to come over here to the color guide and click on blue there. I can choose any one of these. Click on green, red. I can get the yellow golden of the sun if I want that. I can also add a gradient. So I can click on gradient here and open up this. And I can choose these two bottom levers. I can click on this one. I double click on it. And I can go up to my fill again. And let's say I want gold in there. And I click on that. Whoops. I'm sorry. Lost my fill. Wanted gold. Hold on. There we go. And gold. I can choose another color over here. I can click on that one. I can come over here and maybe I want to do a green on that side. And get that gradient like that. After I have them selected, I can change them at any time. I can just click on this one and kind of come up here and do green there. Click on this one and maybe a yellow there. Maybe I just want maybe a little bit more yellow than green, right? I can do that, sliding that lever over. In fact, maybe I want just a little green right at the end there. Okay, so once I have that, I want to use the selection tool and go around both the objects, right? So I'm going to grab my selection, make sure I have both of them selected, and I'm going to go to my Pathfinder tool. If you don't have it open, go to Window, Pathfinder. So now I want to crop. No, before I do that, I'm going to grab the rectangle tool. I'm grabbing the rectangle tool and I'm going to make a selection like that, around that. I'm going to click on the fill and say no fill, and I'm just going to move this selection over here like this. Yeah, maybe right there. And now I want to go to the Pathfinder tool. I'm going to make a selection around both, like that. And I'm going to go up to the Pathfinder tool and I'm going to say crop. And there it is. And I have my pattern. I can save this to my symbols panel and use it for another design. I'm going to add another rectangle around it and increase the stroke on that. Maybe even more, maybe like 5. And I'm going to grab my type tool and I'm going to type my name. I'm going to change the font on that from MyWord Pro to that one. I'm going to change the color to a dark green. And I'm going to grab my selection tool and move that there. And I'm going to put it at an angle in there, like that. I'm going to rotate it a little bit so it's kind of going along with that. I might use my arrow keys on my keyboard to push it up a little bit until I have it where I want it. Click outside. Yeah. And that is our Sunburst assignment. Thank you.